I'm 𝘗𝘭𝘦𝘢𝘴𝘦. I'm here to try the new stem cells therapy, and I live in Australia. Well, he's 4, and for some time we've been seeing not so much progress in so many ways, and that's in relation to speech and even other social skills and things. So we thought of trying new things rather than going with the normal speech therapies and social therapies. So that's basically how he is, and that's why we thought of coming here to give it a try. Well, we have tried some social clubs where he will go and play with other children to develop some social skills. We have tried speech therapy where he would go and basically improve his communications. We've tried other therapies, like in terms of him being socially active and being also socially aware of his environment. So we've tried a few things that I think every normal parent out there would try for a child on which they have concerns about. In my early days at university, I did medical research. And even though I didn't continue with that, I didn't finish. But then from that early stage, I had an understanding of stem cells somehow, and not a proper understanding as such, but I had basic knowledge around stem cells. So when I searched in Australia and in other places to see where I could get this done, I couldn't see it, and the only place that had a bit of testimonies was here. So that's how I thought I would come. So I had a little bit of an understanding of what stem cells do and how they are projected to probably revolutionize medical research in the future. Not really. I know that some concerns that people could experience, could raise, may be related to coming into a new place and a place that you don't know. But I'm in Australia, but I wasn't born in Australia. So already I do have that a bit of experience in landing in new places where you don't know anything about. So that was a bit mitigated in that sense. Concerns about side effects of the procedures and of the therapies, not really, because I did a bit of research also to see what could go wrong before making up my mind. I didn't see much online in terms of that. However, organism organism is different, and I can't say that it will always be the same for everyone else, but pretty optimistic that there is more benefit attached to it than side effects. So it took a bit of research to see what other people say as well, and what science shows to be the future, the way of the future. And I've seen also testimonies from other parents who showed, whose children show improvement in different ways. And improvement is not a uniform scale where you expect that it's going to be this for everybody, but every child is different. So improvement for one could be significantly higher compared to another child. So I know that in my case, the child is not on the other end of spectrum in the negative. He's pretty okay, but it's just based on that concern of seeing him taking out of his life than he's doing now, that we decided to come. The clinic is pretty good. It looks small from the outside, and then when you enter in and there are many rooms everywhere, it's pretty okay, and the staff are friendly. Staff members are very nice. I don't think I did have a negative experience in terms of my expectations. Really in a nice place, and we probably also came at the right time when the weather is nice, so that's good. But of course, kids don't like needles. So when you want to insert a needle in their arm, in their veins, it's always a headache. The sedation did help to some extent, even though my child did not. He's a strong boy, so he looked tired, but he still had a bit of energy if he wanted to run to do that. But it did significantly help. So he was okay. I mean, medicines is also effective as the stuff that carried out. Was pretty good to see friendly stuff and helping him and myself to settle in. And even though sometimes the procedure looked to be hard on him in terms of the injections and all that, but that's pretty much medicines. We all get injected at some stage in our lives, so was good. Well, I can only encourage every other person who has who may be going through similar things. I know that every child's need is different. There are some children who require more support than others. There are some children who may require more support than my child, and others less. So if you have any concerns, I think it's better to tell yourself at the end of the day that as a parent, I tried everything that was available. So give it a try. The way from here can only be upward. That's what I can say confidently, and remaining optimistic that there's going to be lots of changes that I'll be able to even share in the future. So now we're going on a journey to see how there will be improvements. But I'm very optimistic, having heard testimonies from other parents around, having seen other children who've gone through this before, and having read quite a lot also on credible website. I'm very optimistic that this is going to work. And I think this is the hope for the future. This is the way for medical research in the future, and for children who may be experiencing difficulties in many ways.